After just finishing middle school and on my way as a freshman, I would like to describe my experience as boring, fun, and interesting. In this video, I would be talking about my personal knowledge about middle school, starting from 6th all the way to 8th grade. Just to point this out, this video is based around public middle schools in America, and that already makes this an intense video as it already is. I'm kidding, my videos suck. But before this video starts, shout out to FN Gamer YouTube, link will be in the description. If you guys want a shout out, all you have to do is like, subscribe, and share the video. After that is done, make sure to comment on the video if you enjoyed it or not. That's all you have to do, and then I will pick a random channel to shout out. Sounds good? P.S. All the things I'm about to say is based on my logical opinions, not my true opinions, but what I think based on what I saw in middle school. So, you are on your way to 6th grade. Life's good. You feel like you belong on top of the food chain, but no, things will only go downhill. Now that you're a 6th grader, you no longer have the spot on top of the food chain. You are no longer a 5th grader where you stood top of little kindergarten weaklings. It's like doing a prestige in Call of Duty. Were you the fastest runner in 5th grade, or at least one of the fastest? Well, the popularity value on that decreased by 75%. Only the top athletes in the school gain popularity points, which are either 7th or 8th graders. So might as well give up on that. Or unless you're a 6th grade prodigy, you can slide by easily. PE or physical education will get you shy on the first day you change. Mostly everyone felt awkward changing right in front of guys. Until someone brave enough takes off their clothes, the rest of the herd will follow. Just a warning, but that only happens on the first and second day when you start doing physical activities. Popularity in middle school will sooner or later hit you. That it isn't the same as it was back in the elementary days. Everyone has now gathered up and installed social media like Snapchat, TikTok, and Instagram. You now have to dress well, make yourself look good to others, impress them. All that. When I say dress well, it doesn't mean you need a tuxedo. If you want to rise up in popularity points in your grade, I would either recommend Vans checkered shoes, make sure you have AirPods and the latest iPhone, a hoodie, and the rest you can choose. Those are basically the starter pack for getting clout or popularity points. Although for me, I didn't wear those. I either wore a simple shirt, shorts, or pants, and the regular sneakers. I often thought to myself as your average Joe with average amount of friends and just straight up average. I wanted to lay low. Why? Well, I'm about to tell you. Drama. Drama in middle school was so childish it made me want to throw up. I'm not going to say any names or anything, but 2 guys back in my 6th grade year fought over a bag of Cheetos and a spot in a lunch table. That's insane if you think about it. Drama in middle school mostly happens with the cool, popular kids. The rest of you that aren't cool or just average just like me will be good from all that drama. But most middle school dramas consist of plain foolishness. Kids will get mad at each other for literally doing nothing. You'll see what I'm talking about. Next up, dating. Should I date in middle school? My answer is a hard, soft-spoken no. Never date anyone in middle school. Please, I'm warning you. Most students that get in relationships in middle school often end up together for about 2 weeks to a month and a half. Consider yourself lucky if 2. It is too early for you to start loving another person because you have to figure yourself out first. I don't mean to give you guys a pep talk or anything, but middle school is a time where your teenage hormones start showing up. Lots of changes and etc. will happen. Plus, you're still too young and immature to know what love is. It isn't about being with a person you think looks pretty, or someone you think is popular, and you may become popular as well if you date them, but it's more than that. Anyways, this is getting out of hand. I bet getting a love pep talk from a 14-year-old wasn't what you expected from today, huh? Well, overall, don't date in middle school, period. Most relationships start just because it's quote-unquote cool. Next up on the list is academics. My former middle school had 7 periods of different subjects, and I guarantee you, I really do, that it's going to be stressful for the first week and a half. But don't worry, if you're a 6th grader, the teachers would treat you guys like a baby, and it honestly is kind of embarrassing. So if you ever get lost or just confused on what's going on, just hit one of them up. They'll be happy to help. Academics matter in middle school, because the knowledge you gain will all lead up to high school, and then to college, and then so on. And that also means you have to get used to the whole 7 different periods thing, because after middle school, you still have 4 years left of that. I recommend taking classes you are comfortable with, and heck, if you feel confident, take some pre-AP classes or something like that. You shouldn't give up all your time studying, but in fact make more friends. Get used to talking to different people, because some of them may even end up in the same high school you're going to. I'm not also saying that you should only make friends and ignore schoolwork altogether, but I'm asking you guys to balance the 2 things out. Speaking of friends, yes, friends in middle school. All I'm going to say is the friends you knew back in 5th grade, they will change. And all the other people too that aren't your friends. They will still be your friend, but they will change. They are no longer the same person you were talking to back in 5th grade. Most people when they get to 6th grade wouldn't be thinking of others, but more of themselves to others. If you think you're nervous about the way you look to others, then don't worry, because other people would be thinking the same thing about themselves. Mostly everyone that finally reaches middle school becomes self-aware, and if you think you aren't comfortable being friends with another person, then it's completely okay. You were friends with a more innocent person that hasn't gotten the knowledge of what they want to become. They find their ideals. Heck, if they want to dress up with nice shoes and clothes, let them be. At the end of the day, it's just accessories that make them happy. But at the same time, you don't need those accessories to survive middle school. Now, I'm about to tell you the real thing on how to survive middle school, and that is being yourself. Yep, be yourself. If you don't know who you are, then do what makes you happy. It'll be easier that way for finding out. If you change, you change. It's completely normal. Anyway, I may be making a part 2 or 3 because all I talked about was the beginning of middle school, but I'm trying hard not to let any of my videos hit the 10-minute mark. That's when you know I'm the real deal. Like, come on guys, you're sleeping on me. But anyways, I hope you guys liked the video, and goodbye. By the way, cafeteria food sucks.